If I had to make this story up, I hardly think it would have entered my mind. Hollywood, if I may guess, would have a difficult time writing this story. And I'm guessing that it would be a tough point for them because these overprivileged, entitled, modern Western women, they have come up with something that I've never imagined. They are so independent, independent of whom? Of men, indoctrinated by feminism, and they have gone off the deep end on a long period. Who would have thought this except them? For many years, I've heard people say, I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect. And I always thought it was an excuse not to thrive for better, to reach for something which is further than where you are currently, to elevate yourself beyond the point where there is no greater thing for which you can further grow. I always thought that. It dawned on me after a while that do people really want perfection or is just an excuse? I've never heard anyone explain to me what is perfection. I've never heard anyone explain to me what perfection looks like. But the fact of the matter is, these women would reject the perfect man, whether hypothetical or real. Just imagine that. You're working so hard, building yourself up, building your frame, and it's absolutely and astronomically stupendous to hear this. Before I get into my analysis, before I give my character analysis, I will play this clip. Watch carefully, and at the end, let me know what you think.
Question. This is a good one. Who here is like wants to pursue a career? Like you want to be a lawyer, I think you said. Career.
Yeah.
Career.
I have a career.
Career? What's that?
I have a career.
You have a career. You have a career. For the perfect man, instead of the bow, for the perfect man, I think this is more realistic. Perfect man, and he's wealthy enough to fully cover. But in order to be with him, he says, I want you to stop working, and I want you to take care of the household and take care of the kids. For the perfect man, do you give up your career?
No, that's like giving up on myself because I have like...
Stripping?
No, music and audio engineering. I like...
Yes, for the perfect man, do you give up
music?
Your career?
No.
What if you can do it as a hobby, but you can never like do it career-wise?
No, that's giving up on myself. And that's not fair.
Perfect man, though?
No.
Never have to work another day in your life? Won't give up your career?
I mean, obviously, I'd give up stripping any day, but like music, no.
But you can have it as a hobby.
But that's not like...
I would love that.
That's not my dreams, you know?
What about you?
Well,
perfect man, do you give up your career?
It depends how far into my career I am. If I'm like just beginning and I finally like, you know, get past law school, pass the bar exam, and he's like, now you have to just quit it all right now and then you can be with me, I wouldn't want to do that. Because like I already worked really hard and like I would want, you know, I wouldn't want to give up on myself either. If that makes sense.
Law school stuff.
Yeah.
So but if you were, I don't know, like 3 years into your career?
No, I would want to get further in my career, just
but
like
why,
just because I just would want that for myself. Like I wouldn't want to quit right away.
What kind of law did you say you wanted to practice?
I don't know yet.
I feel like lawyers are like super stressed out.
I know, and like eventually, if I was like well into my into my career and I was like done, then I would want somebody to do that for me. But if it's like I'm just
when
beginning,
you're done with your career, so like at 60,
no.
then you can give up your career. But like the idea
maybe
here,
like a couple years into it, because then I could say I did it, you know, and then.
How about no? You don't get to pick and choose.
Oh.
It's at the most inconvenient time for you to end your career. The most inconvenient. So I don't know when that is, but perfect man.
No.
And perfect man, loyal, best looking, everything.
Why does he want me to stop working?
Because he wants. Do you want kids?
Maybe.
Because he wants kids, and I mean this could even apply even if you don't want kids. This could even apply to he doesn't want kids, you don't want kids. He's like, you know what? Don't work. I just want you to
be around all the time. Go everywhere with me.
Yes.
That's usually the main reason that wealthy men want you not to work is so you're available whenever they want you.
Yep. Perfect.
What does she do while he's working?
So Go shopping, work
Well, how
out,
about
go
this?
out with your girlfriends.
Let's
I mean,
say-
enjoy life.
Let's say
Take care of the kids.
he doesn't work. He's just rich.
Retired.
So that could be, I mean, I think perhaps that would be a great argument for what a perfect man is. He's so wealthy, he doesn't have to work. He's not stressed with his work. He can give you time. He's there. If you have kids, he's co-parenting with you. But he wants you there also to take care of the kids, take care of him, take care of the household. But you can't work.
I would want to work.
Even if you were married or dating or married to a billionaire, would you still want to work?
I mean, I don't know. It just depends. Like, why?
I feel like when you're 18, though, your mindset's a little bit different.
It's easy to say that now.
Why? Because you're a barista. You've worked, right?
No, but she doesn't have a kid yet. She hasn't been in a long-term relationship. She's not been with a
She
man I
doesn't
assume
have-
that's super wealthy that's giving you the option.
If you
I
were
mean,
like
it's
that,
easy.
please DM me.
If
I
you're a
would love
billionaire.
that. If you want me to just stay at home. And
Well, I mean, it's just the
your
feminist.
kids.
It's the feminist programming. This idea that career should be exalted above all else. When I don't know.
The only fear though is if it ends and you're fucked.
But in this
the
hypothetical
only thing.
scenario, if we're talking about a perfect man, the entailment there is never cheats, never abuses, loyal, stays with you forever.
You have
but
no reason to leave them.
realistically,
Sure, I know it's the hypothetical.
Realistically, a billionaire is not going to want to marry any of us. So
Would you do that for a woman?
Do what?
Like, would you give this podcast up for the perfect woman?
Absolutely. Heartbeat. Heartbeat. And I'm a man. I'm a man. That doesn't coincide typically with the traditional male gender role.
Was this
Instantly.
Was this your dream, or what was your
Because,
dream as a kid?
well,
like,
what
yeah,
was
that's
my
a good
dream?
question.
yeah.
As a kid. Well, hold
Mine
on,
was
but this
always
is unfair because the reality of life, 99% of people are not going to have their dream job. They're not going to have some like super illustrious career.
Yeah.
Most people are going to slave away for some corporation. Most people are going to work some like kind of shitty job. And they're going to do that because they realize they have bills to pay. They have responsibilities to themselves, to their children, to their family. It's really rare to get to do exactly what you want. And even if you do get to do what you want, there's still stress and complications attached to almost any kind of work you do.
Of course.
But what,
Yeah.
what was your dream? Like, did you think you were going to get into entertainment?
Bro, when I was like, I don't know,
2.5 hours of no traffic.
seven, I was like saying, I don't know, I'm gonna be a magician or some shit. You're
You're kind of a magician now.
How?
You're
but
That's not.
but
you're a podcast creator.
yeah. So what's your question? For the perfect woman? But okay, so when somebody tells me perfect woman, I think, okay, looks wise, exactly what I'd want. Personality, exactly what I want. And if we're bringing in a financial component here, like billionaire. So in my mind, and I just have to give up my dream. Let's say I have to give up my dream job. Say this isn't my dream job. And truthfully, like,
You're a
no.
magician.
My dream job would maybe be like super famous, like best ever musician, best ever athlete.
Can you sing?
Yeah.
No. Actually, I think I got pipes a little bit, but
Ooh.
yeah.
Yeah.
But, and like I could still, I don't know, pursue those things as hobbies or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I give up the career, 100%. Even the dream job, even if I'm a professional athlete, even if I'm a professional musician, top tier musician, for the perfect woman, give that shit up. Because I think who you marry, who you spend the rest of your life with, is probably one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. You marry the wrong person, could perma-fuck you for your entire life, could be a massive mistake. And again, my position is perfect doesn't exist. We're never going to get, I know some of you want to do the virtue signal. Oh my God, my person's perfect. You guys fucking argue and da-da-da, and there's conflict and you know, they're not as tall, or, you know, they start balding, or they gain weight, or, you know, whatever it is. The perfect person doesn't exist. In my case, perfect person, perfect looks, perfect personality, and she's a billionaire. Yeah, give me the trade. Absolutely. Give it up in an instant.
I get what you mean, though.
Pasty, we have this coming through. I apologize for the delay. Thank you, man.
Pasty George donated $70. It's funny how many modern women freak out over the beau question when a lot of them expect men to remember their anniversary or similar and to do something special or nice for it every year.
Oh, Valentine's,
This is
all
funny.
the other
Why would they-
gestures.
Me and my husband have forgot our anniversary multiple times. Both of
Oh,
us.
I don't
wait.
like that.
Did we finish on the career? Did you give up your career for the perfect man?
I think everyone should.
Did we go around the table on
I
that?
would.
Yeah.
Fast answers.
I don't think I could, because I already have my dream job and I can still stay home with my kids while having my dream job.
What's your job?
I own a yoga studio.
Well, when you're teaching a Pilates class, is it at your
I
house?
teach yoga. I don't teach Pilates.
Or sorry, well, okay, whatever, yoga. You're not with your kids, I assume, when you're teaching a class,
In
right?
the morning, I teach before they're awake, and then I come home and take my daughter to school, and then I teach on Sunday.
So
But
if
then
your
I
husband,
own it,
Sure.
and I do it from home.
Let's do it like this. Your husband becomes a billionaire overnight, but in order for you to stay with him, he says, I want you to stop teaching yoga classes.
But it's not.
I don't care.
But it's not just I'm teaching yoga. I live like this whole yoga lifestyle, and the number of people who have come to me and said, my studio changed their life, or they have
I
all
know.
these
Yeah,
things.
I know.
So now I can't help people with this practice either.
I guess, yeah. How about this? I don't know if it's great to use the husband as an example. If you were to become single again and this next perfect guy comes along, would you give that up for the perfect man? Yes or no? Just,
Probably no.
what about you? Into the mic.
Yes.
If I can still do it as like a hobby, yeah.
What's your career?
So I kind of want to go and get my master's back in like exercise and physiology. So it'd be like,
So you're like a personal trainer, or?
I coach, yeah.
Okay, so no, you can't do it.
No.
Yeah, perfect man. Do you take the trade?
I guess, yeah, I would.
Do you take
Yes.
the trade, Lindsay? I'm confused. I'm so confused by this, because even as a man, where like there is a traditional gender role expectation that men like work, have careers, et cetera, even in my position, I'm instantly taking like the billionaire perfect man. Hello. Also, what I don't understand is, question for you. You're going to become a lawyer one day. I don't know, do you think you'll make like $200,000 at some point in your career?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Question for you though. Somebody comes to you and they say, you know, maybe you make 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 as an attorney throughout the course of your career. Somebody comes to you and says, and this job offer will never go away, I will pay you $1 million to be a barista. I know that sounds silly. Why would anybody pay? But for some reason in this hypothetical, they're going to pay you $1 million to be a barista. You know that this is more than you will ever earn as being a lawyer. And you might say, well, I'm going to be mergers and acquisition lawyer. I'm going to make that much. Okay, we can bump it to they pay you $10 million to be a barista. Maybe some like 0.001% of lawyers might make that much or something if they're partners and own their own law firm. Do you trade? So you have to, but you can't, you know, you can't be a lawyer. You got to be a barista, $10 million a year, or do you be a lawyer and get paid $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year?
I would be a barista. I think it's fun.
Okay. That's interesting though. So.
Well, if I'm already a lawyer, it's like,
Well, no, you give up, like today, right here on this podcast, you have to give up your education. You have to give up, I mean, you can still go to frat parties or whatever.
Okay.
You have to give up your education. can't go and work, well, I guess you couldn't become a lawyer unless you got the education. Give up your education. Today, you start working as a barista, you make 10 million a year.
Because it's not like I've already like invested so much into my school, like, and I've invested like probably 3 weeks so far.
Well, okay.
And you're making it harder for
after
me
you
now?
graduate, then $10 million to be a
Have I
barista?
gone through law school? Have I paid for law school and for everything and like studied for the LSAT and
Sure,
like pass my?
sure. But one-time offer.
It's this hypothetical just to make me say like I don't want to work as a lawyer anymore.
No, I'm just trying to see if you
This is
do the
like
trade-off
levels.
of stopping your career to make $10 million
As
a year as a barista.
You know what? I guess so.
So there's a price.
Well,
What's your
my
price?
confusion here, though, is the entailment of being with the perfect man who happens to be a billionaire. That's more than $10 million per year. So I'm confused by won't give up career.
Well, because it's my money too. Like it's
But
like I wouldn't be like financially.
So the perfect guy, though, loyal, will never abuse you, treats you perfectly, never leaves you. If he's a billionaire, that money, you go to your husband. If he's the perfect guy, you go to your husband. Hey, babe, I need 100 mil. Sure, babe. Here you go. Spend that shit on whatever you want.
How does
You
he
won't
get
do
his
that,
money?
huh?
How does he get his money? I don't know. I'm just asking.
It's
in
a
this- in this
hypothetical. I don't know.
hypothetical world.
He crypto.
Cartel.
Okay.
Money isn't always happiness, though.
But that's my confusion with this unwillingness. Like, if we frame it differently, like you'll give up on your career and you still have to work as a barista. And let's say the rule is you can't just be like, oh, well, I made 10 million. I'm good to live off 10. You have to be a barista for the rest of your life. But you get 10 million a year.
You can offer the perfect spouse that's also a billionaire.
Wait, so I'm the billionaire barista with the billionaire husband? Or am I,
It's one or the other.
what is-
Well, it's a
okay.
different scenario.
I
but-
don't know. I'm getting confused with these scenarios.
Well, you said you would not give up your career for the perfect man. And that means you never have to work. And he would just, his money is your money, basically. I mean, you shouldn't bankrupt the guy, although it's really hard to bankrupt like a billionaire or whatever. But you would give it up and work until you're 60 as a barista.
I think I'm just too stubborn because I want it to know that it's like my own merit and money, not just like.
But I mean, this is like a magic genie. Baristas don't make 10 million.
I think I'm just too stubborn, and I
Okay.
appreciate my independence.
All right.
You should ask her again in 20 years.
We'll check in.
Okay.
You know, the thing is, though, when it comes to career, I don't think, even for men, but especially for women, that career is going to be the ultimate fulfillment in life.
I don't think so either.
Lawyers, the alcoholism rate in lawyers is very high, burnout super high. A lot of lawyers end up not doing super glamorous stuff, overworked, super stressed.
What you just witnessed is not a simple matter of preference. It is the final logical conclusion of a corrupted society, a corrupted philosophy. This is the manifestation of a spiritual sickness that has convinced women that their ultimate purpose is to become a man. Some are trying desperately, right? What is wrong with them? Can somebody tell me what is wrong with them? So let's dissect the character, the bad character. First, they worship at the altar of a hollow idol, the career. It has been droned into them for so many years that your career is more important. You have to have a backup plan. Okay? To them, a career is not a means to an end. It is the end itself. It is their God, their source of identity, validation, and purpose. They wear it like badges. Whenever you ask them, what do you bring to the table? They bring out their degrees, their financial position, their career, what they're doing. Men don't really care about that. That is those men who are looking for meaningful long-term relationship and marriage. These women have been indoctrinated to believe their value as a human being is measured by their title, their income, and their possession, and their position in a corporate hierarchy, a masculine hierarchy. The perfect man is offering them a life where they no longer need to toil in a system, is not offering freedom. He is committing blasphemy. Okay? He's committing blasphemy. He's asking them to abandon their religion. Is that the religion they purport to hold on to? Second, this reveals a pathological and, I'm going to say, narcissistic individualism. The perfect man offers a shared kingdom, a union, a family, a legacy. But they do not want a shared kingdom. They do not want to build a kingdom. They want a kingdom of one, ruled by the self. They want me. Their career is theirs. You can't take it away, but guess what? Their boss can't take it away from them. They say they want to build a career fitting for a king, and they name themselves queens. Their accomplishments are theirs. To accept the provision of a perfect man would be to admit something outside of themselves can complete them. That's amazing. Their ego cannot be tolerated, and they cannot tolerate this. So they choose themselves, their ambitions, their solitude over a perfect partnership, which is another story by itself. It is the ultimate act of self-worship, which always inevitably leads to self-destruction. Third, and most critically for the men who are watching, this proves they are fundamentally unpleasable. You hear me? You can't please them. Your frame, your fortune, your fame, it's not even perfect. It's not even there. They reject you. Whatever perfection you have attained, accumulation you have bridged, you have put together, they reject you. For years, men have been told to be better, right? And to earn more, to build your castle, right? To be more emotionally available. That is asinine to me. A sect, S-E-C-T, remember, it's a religion, who cannot control their own emotions, decided that they want emotionally available men. That I cannot figure out. We have heard men for years have been taught to be stronger, to be perfect. And here we are living, and here we have the living embodiment of that perfection being offered, and is thrown back in contempt. That is contempt, my friends. What you just saw. It's utter contempt. No respect. When this channel grows, I'm going to give a I would say, a most profounding analysis on respect. The word respect, its etymology, and how it's changed over the years. Let this be a lesson. The problem was never the quality of men or the quantity of men. The problem is the corrupted internal compass of the women. They will always choose themselves above and beyond the perfect man. They will always choose themselves beyond the man's perfection, because their programming defies partnership or submission. Partnership with a man and submission to a man. Any man, even a perfect one. And they view it as oppression. Nothing at this point can please them. Nothing at this point can please them. The goalpost has never been stationary. It has not just been moved, it has been vaporized. They are chasing a ghost. Fantasy. Even in the hypothetical, they cannot imagine. And that is another character analysis I want to develop in the future. They're chasing a ghost. They're building on bad character defined by false love, false loyalty, and false legacy. And they're doing it with barren independence. It's a desert out there. They have chosen to build a man's life. And in doing so, they have made themselves unfit for a man. Any man. They have made themselves the queens. They have made themselves unrepairable. As the expression goes, cooked, seared with a hot iron. So, where do you find yourself with these women? They're unpleasable. They're disagreeable. They will not even consider respecting you. Where do you stand? Where do you stand? The choice of which character to build is always ours. The choice is always yours. Thank you for joining us at Skolias Geneas.